Farmer's Keeper.
Hi, I'm Nick, and I'm the founder of Farmer's Keeper. We're your personal grain merchandiser. What we're not is a commodity brokerage or a trader trying to tell you where the grain markets are going to go. We're a service you can use to sell your physical corn, soybeans, and wheat without worrying about margin calls and having flexibility to take that contract and deliver it to any grain elevator you want. Speaking of that topic, there's a couple different categories of grain elevators, and I want to tell you a little bit more about what we see as a diverse type of buyer network that's really healthy for farmers. Obviously, not everybody can choose to have all these types of elevators in their area, but it's just important to know what are the dynamics that affect basis in your area. So let's take a look over here. With my expert artistic skills, I've put down 4 basic types of grain elevators out there. Rail loaders who buy grain on the river or on the rail. River loaders who load barges to go down the river. Those are called aggregators. What they do is they consolidate grain from the local farmers in their area, and then they load it on the rail or on a barge on the river to send it somewhere else where people need that grain more often, like any type of processor. And processors are cow, chicken, pig, and cattle feedlots, and then also ethanol plants, and we can also add in there soybean crush facilities. What we like to see in a healthy basis market, because we work with farmers from North Dakota down to Mississippi who deliver to one elevator, or like the vast majority of farmers in the country, more than one grain elevator. We see all these different types of basis markets all over the country. What we like to see when we're looking at a diverse cash grain market for you to sell your grain into is a diverse range of who's out there and what reasons they're buying your grain for. Why that's good for you as a farmer is basis flexibility, which is one of the biggest values of why farmers sell their grain through Farmer's Keeper as a service. The reason is because imagine if oil went to $150 a barrel. What that would more than likely do is create a greater demand for ethanol to water down your gas tank so we can use energy out of corn that's here grown domestically in the United States that can help subsidize the cost of a gallon of oil. Well, that ethanol plant is probably going to be bidding pretty high for ethanol if they need it. On the flip side, let's say some new trend comes around and everybody is turning into a vegan. I know, my nightmare too. But if everybody became a vegan and decided they don't want to eat meat anymore, potentially feedlots would have less demand for their meat, and then therefore they would have less demand for grain. So they might not be bidding very much. Back in September, October 2022, when there wasn't very much rain, we were in a drought, and river levels were really low, the river market on the Mississippi River completely shut down. There was no way to get grain down south on the Mississippi to ship it off to China or get it to feedlots in the south. Well, those basis bids tended to drop really, really hard because they just couldn't take any grain in to actually move it on the river. So you can see with a few of these examples why it's good between aggregators and processors to have a healthy market around you and at least recognize for yourself which one of these types of players do you have to sell to within your logistical range of where you can deliver grain. And just think about what are the macro factors affecting each one of these different industries and how that might affect basis on your crop. If you want more information about this or how to sell some of your grain without margin calls and maintain basis flexibility so you can deliver to all these different facilities without locking it into just one place, go to our website at www.farmerskeeper.org or give us a call at 855-356-7733.
Farmer's Keeper.